I never talked to anyone. I never hurt anyone. But of all the people to pick on, they choose me. For what reason? Why me?
I'm a little bit alone now. I'm by myself, and I have no one with me. And I never wanted you to leave. I wanted you to come back. But things don't go as planned, right?
Is there a point for me to try as hard as I'm trying to succeed in a life where nobody wants me? I can't do this. I can't. I give up.
Everyone has some ups and downs, and sadness is a natural emotion.
The normal stresses of life can lead anyone to feel sad every once in a while.
Things like an argument with a friend or a breakup can lead to feelings of sadness, hurt, disappointment, or grief.
These reactions are usually brief and go away with a little time and care.
Depression is more than occasionally feeling blue, sad, or down in the dumps though.
Depression is a strong mood involving sadness, discouragement, hopelessness, and can last for weeks, months, or even longer.
It interferes with a person's ability to participate in normal activities.
Sometimes, despite their true values, they can feel worthless and
unlovable.
In doing these performances, we're all more educated on the topic, and now, like people that are depressed, or we know how to help our friends. So these performances help people in a way that we never thought they could. So it's good that we are now educated on the topic so that we can help others.
You wouldn't think by just making a play, like, you're gonna actually help out people. You thought it was just like, you know, it's not just about marks or about just like, yeah, making people smile, making people laugh. Like, by doing this, we actually changed people, like, hopefully we did, their thoughts about teen depression and their feelings about it. So we struck them emotionally, mentally. Yeah, it was very good.
So one of the things that I really, really liked about this project was it got me out of the office, so that was a break, but it put me in touch with what real teenagers in the community, in a normal or normative environment, namely their school, what are they experiencing?
My question is teen depression curable without medication?
Right. It is definitely curable without medication. So we have two approaches basically to treating depression. One is medication and the other is talk therapy. If the depression is what we call mild or moderate, then the number one way to approach it would be through talk therapy. And the results of talk therapy, particularly there's a type of therapy called cognitive behavior therapy, is really, really effective. So if it's mild to moderate, and if there isn't a strong family history of depression, chances are therapy alone without medication is going to either make it way, way, way better or even make it disappear completely. When depression is properly diagnosed and quickly diagnosed, in about 80% of the cases, we can pretty much cure it. The average duration of an untreated depressive episode is 9 months. So it means that, all other things being equal again, it will eventually get better on its own, but 9 months is a long time. You don't want to be feeling crappy for 9 months. So it does get better on its own, but with treatment, either medication or talk therapy, the success rate is very, very good. The other bad thing about not getting treatment is that the recurrence rate or the relapse rate for untreated depression is very, very high. If you have one episode and you don't get it looked after, the chances of having a second or third episode are anywhere from 60 to 80%. Whereas if you get it treated early on, it's like any other illness. If you catch a cold early, it's going to be a lot easier to treat. If you wait till you're really, really sick with the cold, you could by then have pneumonia or be feeling really crappy, and instead of just needing to take a cold medicine, now you need to take antibiotics. Same thing for depression. So don't wait, get it treated early, 80% of the time effective, and then with a second or third round of treatment, we can usually get it under control.
Thank you. But how do you help someone who's depressed? What if they don't want to be helped? Who do you go to?
It's better to have an angry friend than a dead one.
It's simple. Anybody you trust, a teacher, a guidance counselor, a doctor. Even if your friend may think they don't need help, get them help, because
It's better to have an angry friend than a dead one.
sometimes a friend may say they're fine and not to tell anyone. If there's strong signs of depression, such as talking a lot about suicide,
Lack of interest in activities they used to do.
Oversleeping or not sleeping enough?
or feeling sad for a period longer than 2 weeks.
getting help from someone who can is the right way to go at all times, because It's better to have an angry friend than a dead one.
You know, teenagers have a bad rep. Everybody thinks of them as being cynical, or they don't care, or apathetic. You know, voter turnout in the younger age group is not high. But these kids, they cared. And to me, as a psychiatrist who wants to do education, again, just beyond the office, that is so rewarding. So to me, I think a really, really strong reaction of doing this project is just a sense of accomplishment that I think what we were trying to get across sunk in. So the penny dropped for these kids, and that's what we're looking for.
Because even if we're not depressed, we relate to the peer pressure and we relate to stuff like that. And I think that it was just an eye-opener for us to figure out that, hey, this actually does happen a lot, and it's something major that happens to people our age, and we really need to have more focus on it.